Hello everyone, Mike Nefkins here, the CEO of Here Technologies, and I'm joined here by a very special guest, Oscar Tuhumshu from AWS, who leads AWS's Automotive and Manufacturing Solutions. We are today here at IAA in Munich, which is the premier automotive and mobility conference in Europe. We're setting up, really exciting. We've got some amazing announcements between us and AWS, and we're going to talk about that today. So first, we're going to go back and forth on a Q&A here. And the first question I have for Oscar is, AWS and Here recently deepened our collaboration with a historic 10-year agreement. Today, we're announcing a key outcome of this collaboration, the SDV Accelerator. Can you tell us about the strategic vision behind our collaboration and how this new solution fits in?
Thanks, Mike, for having me here. As you highlighted, we talked about our 10-year, $1 billion agreement during CES. One of the things leading up to that agreement was our joint aspiration to build new solutions for the automotive market. It wasn't just a vendor-customer relationship. We wanted to build solutions and go to market together. And SDV Accelerator is one of the most concrete outcomes that's coming out now. So what are we trying to do with SDV Accelerator is bring cloud-native tools together with proven partner solutions available through AWS Marketplace, and bring it all together in a virtual engineering environment to accelerate development lifecycle for OEMs. We believe as OEMs are transitioning to software-defined vehicle era, one of the challenges that continue to have is around integration. We want them to focus on innovation and less on integration.
Great. No, I think it's so perfect timing for this. And at a mobility conference, this is exactly what we're going to be talking about with our customers. So, well, the collaboration seems to address several of these critical business pain points you just talked about. How do you see it transforming both the automotive industry and Here's broader business objectives?
I can give you my perspective on the automotive industry, and it would be great to hear your thoughts on Here as well. Across the automotive industry in the last 5 to 7 years, there's a surge, a lot of interest moving into software-defined vehicles. However, the transition has been painful. If you think about it, all customers or OEMs are going through this transition in different ways. They hired a lot of software developers. Many of them have even tens of thousands of software developers, but are they actually working on the right things? We see more and more as the architectures are getting open, more partners are getting involved, supply chains are getting more complex, and in an effort to boost innovation, we see architectures are getting actually more complicated. So the SDV Accelerator is around simplifying this development process, bringing things, different partners and solutions into a framework that will actually accelerate development. The idea is, again, less time on integration, a lot more focus on innovation, and those software developers working on the right things. And this is exactly where both Here and AWS are at the center of, because we're bringing a lot of the cloud and AI technologies, and your location-based intelligence is crucial for a lot of the work we're doing across the industry. How is this important for Here?
Yeah, so look, for Here, it's a lot of the same things, right? So, you know, our data and services are only as good as the platform that it sits on. And when our customers, our OEM customers, are struggling with all the different integration points, if we can bring an ecosystem together, an accelerator together that allows them to move quicker and allows them to eliminate all these integration points and get those tested in a virtual environment first, it will allow them to go to market quicker with a much better product. My view is the customers are frustrated right now that it takes a lot of the Western OEMs 3-4 years to get a great product to market, and I think we can really help them with that. So that's what it means for us. Well, the next question, why don't you walk me through how a developer might use this and how does it work in the workflow?
So if you think about what happens today, let's say a developer wants to make some changes to the instrument cluster, the infotainment system. They want to add some new features on vehicle telemetry, make some navigation tool changes. What they need to do is they need to go through different setups for hardware, bring different partners to integrate, and there's a constant cycle of testing and validation and retesting, and it's a very complex tool change. How we're thinking about this in the new area, what we're bringing with the SDV Accelerator is the developer is actually going to be sitting and working in a developer workbench that runs on the cloud. They would be picking solutions such as Electrobits, Virtual Cockpits, ECU, and then they would be using the Here's navigation, which is already embedded in there, they would be working in environments that they are comfortable with already, and these are already pre-integrated. So if you think about it, what takes weeks today with the testing, retesting, verification, and validation could be done in days and maybe even hours. We're talking about a huge efficiency gain when you think about how a developer is going to be working through these systems.
So it's amazing. So the developer actually gets a chance to test things out on the hardware configuration that will be in there versus having to guess or even wait until some cases, post SOP.
And many of these things are virtualized, getting more virtualized. If you think about a developer now sitting in, some of our customers are able to access many different models of their vehicles, literally within seconds with virtualized ECUs.
Yeah, very cool, very exciting, very exciting. Well, we've also, and you mentioned it, we've also just announced ARM, Electrobit, Panasonic, QNX, and many others as partners of the initiative. What's the goal of the mix of partners, and what other type of players in the industry do you see joining next?
So I think partners are crucial for this, because ultimately one of the big value propositions is bringing partners with validated solutions. I can see two groups of partners adding value early on to this. One is partners who are doing a lot of work on virtualization, virtualized ECUs, because we want those virtualized elements to be part of this ecosystem, this accelerator, because ultimately our customers will want to use what they develop on the virtualized versions of the vehicles, which is done through the virtualized ECUs. The other partners are the tools suppliers, the platform suppliers. We want those to be part of this ecosystem, this partnership, because we actually would love for those tools to be standardized, be part of this accelerator framework that is readily available. When we bring all these together, we're going to see a huge reduction in life cycle and development timelines.
That's great. So how do you see this evolving to support the future roadmap for SDV as you see or envision it today?
So there's a term we use in Amazon called the flywheel.
Okay.
We believe this would lead into a virtualization flywheel, essentially all around bringing the SDV to its next generation. How is that going to work? We're going to bring some of these partners on board. With these partners on board, we're going to bring some customers, so we're going to see the development life cycle go much shorter. With that, we're going to see more partners joining in, more innovation coming up, and this will actually be feeding itself. And by the way, I mean, we're not only looking at automotive, we're looking at this solution to be eventually available across a number of areas that here is interested, right?
Transportation and
logistics, supply chain. These are all areas that you can easily are looking to diversify even today with the solutions you have.
Perfect, perfect. Well, thank you so much for spending time with us today. I appreciate it. It's been a busy day, and I'm looking forward to the conference, and I want to really thank you for the partnership. The partnership with you guys has just changed the innovative approach to our company. So Oscar, thank you for being here.
Thank you
for the partnership, and I think there'll be a lot more announcements between now and CES of next year, and hoping to see you there.
Absolutely. Thanks for your trust in our partnership as well.
Thank you.